Hey guys, Matt Hoots here with Sawhorse, and I've got Kyle with Cavity Slider. And I would like to say, at this builder show this year, I see lots of basically solutions in search of a problem.
Yep.
And it's like, why did you even create this product? And a lot of times, like, I don't know, it's in the startup area, it's probably not going to make it. But you guys have a product that is solving problems.
Yes.
And I've installed a lot of pocket doors, and I know there's lots of issues with pocket doors. So tell me some of the traditional things that you hear from other builders, like, listen, like, these are the issues we have with the traditional pocket door system, and let's talk about how your system solves that.
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, we get a lot of people asking about the frame. So flimsy frames, walls that move, things like that.
Yep.
You put the drywall on, it compresses the frame, and you're scratching the door. The U-guides at the bottom that are scratching the door, things of that nature. Serviceability is a big one. So being able to service this if the door gets damaged or something happens after the fact, being able to service it without ripping walls apart.
That's fun.
As well as the, yes, very fun. As well as the smooth operation. So our carriages are tested to 1 million cycles, 300 years, 10 operations per day, to make sure that things aren't going to fail.
Wait, so you've been around for 300 years?
No, but we've tested to that point.
Oh, okay, tested, like, you simulated 300 years.
1 million cycles.
1 million
Absolutely.
cycles. So you guys have like a little bubble somewhere, like a little time-lapse bubble? You guys do it really fast?
Yep, so over in New Zealand, we test everything. All of our soft close, all of our carriages are tested to 1 million cycles. We do have an automated unit as well that's tested to 1 million cycles. So you can put this stuff in without worrying about something failing or falling apart 2 years later.
Is 1 million enough? Because I've got 3 boys in my house, and it seems like they slam the door at least 50,000 times a day. So
yep. So it's as long as you've got the right application and it's not being used with, like, say, soft close that's rated at 350 pounds with a 450-pound door, you're going to have no problem reaching that 1 million cycles.
All right, so obviously, this aluminum frame, it looks like it's extruded aluminum. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
This is going to stay truer than, say, like wood. Obviously, wood's going to warp on you. But you mentioned serviceability. Like, what makes this more serviceable than another product?
So if you're out there a year or two after you've installed this frame, homeowner calls you, says the door is damaged, or something won't move right, something's stuck in the track, or something like that. You're going to come in, you'll pull your casing off, obviously, you'll have your drywall applied here. We have patented trim clips that allow you to remove the trim. Our carriages run on a quick release mount plate.
Nice.
So you can quickly and easily get the door out of the opening, and then you can remove carriages, soft close, any part of this through a notch in the track down the road.
Okay.
So if something fails, or like I said, the door gets damaged, with a lot of systems, you're going to have to do some drywall work.
Yeah.
This allows you to drop the door out, get it out, replace it, or get the carriage out, soft close out, anything that you need to replace without having to rip into the drywall.
But this has been tested for 1 million uses, so you shouldn't even have to worry about that, right?
It's more about doors getting damaged than carriages failing.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Now, what about trim carpenters? They like to nail through and nail into my pocket doors. How do you guys stop that?
Tell them not to use nails.
Tell them not to use nails.
That being said, you can nail into this system. So if somebody wanted to put the trim on with nails, the casing with nails, whatever they're wanting to do, you can shoot nails.
But probably screws, like some sort of trim screws can be the best.
That's what I would go with.
Got it. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
But very simple to assemble. It comes in a kit set. So you've got, and I don't know if we can show it, the boxes over there.
Okay.
Shows up to the job site, takes about 15 minutes to put together.
Okay.
You're putting it in the opening, door goes up. You can set your activators ahead of time so that when the door comes in, you're just sticking it up in the mounts and setting it.
So you just need the rough opening. You got the header above, because this is not structural.
So it actually is.
I knew that.
Here we go. So to install this unit, you're going to have 2 screws in the bottom of the T-guide. That is all you need to go into the floor. You're going to have probably 3 or 4 screws in that back plate to go into the stud, and then you'll have 1 screw in the head here that goes up into the head. Yeah. That's all you need. The frame itself is going to support the weight of that door. It's not relying on the header to do it for you.
So your marketing team told me this is the gravity slider, or is it the anti-gravity slider?
Let's get her over here.
There's zero. It's a frictionless. It's a frictionless design, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Vacuum.
Not quite that much. However, they are precision ground sealed ball bearing rollers with nylon wheels.
Nice.
So you're not going to have the noise of a cheaper kind of plastic wheel rolling, things like that. You're not going to have the dust and debris collecting because the tracks in here are actually radius.
Got it.
So those wheels are always going to be in constant contact with that track, and the aluminum, any dust, debris is going to fall off to the sides.
And just to make your marketing department happy, this has a lower coefficient of friction on the wheels because it is nylon, right?
Yes.
All right, got it.
100%.
Which is smooth.
Yep.
Got it.
And this is available in a 2x4
yeah.
frame as well as a 2x6 frame. So either stud size.
That's what I was going to ask next. All right, because all my clients and all like my friendly architects, we love the architects. So they draw this and then they put a light switch right here.
You can do it.
Yeah. So how do you do that?
So what a lot of people have done in the past, the 6-inch frame is newer for us here in North America. A lot of people will buy a 4-inch frame, they'll fur it out to the 6-inch wall size, and then you can actually mount those outlets, those switches, whatever you need in there, and run the wires in the frame. So you can hang cabinets, towel rods, whatever you want from these slats. They're fully adjustable.
Nice.
You can put them where you need that outlet, where you need those cabinets, and hang anything you want from it.
Do you have examples of people doing that or some details on how to do that?
Absolutely. So it's just like if you were attaching it to a stud. So the same screws you would use normally, anything that you would attach to a stud, you can attach to this. Nice.
Now, what about this? Like right here, so you have this system. So basically, this could clip in. You fur this out. Like, would you need a little extension? Okay.
So we don't provide the trim kits currently. You source the trim separately. We do have a kit that we're releasing, ideally May 1st.
Okay.
That will be a poplar trim kit. She's grabbing the box right now. That will make it so that it's kind of one size fits all. But for those applications, you would want a thicker trim to cover that reveal.
All right, this is for all my architects. Yes, you can draw and put outlets and switches in silly places. If we use a system like this, we can find a way to do it. But we do need to leave room for that box, and you must give us the dimensions. I like at least 6 to 8 inches.
Absolutely.
I swear, do not draw this in a 2x4 wall anymore. It will not work.
It won't work. You don't have enough room between the frame and the door. You've got to get that outlet out a little bit so the door has room to travel.
I mean, the only way I've ever seen it work is if you use like a wireless switch or something like that, and you can put it in there, but I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to have to deal with the warranty call on that. So, well, cool. What other cool products do you guys have coming down the market?
So we've got the frames, which is our core business, is going to be our frames. We do have a full line of track systems as well, and I'll grab a few of those real quick. So we've got a full line of track systems. Basically what we tell people is if it's interior and it slides or glides, we have a solution.
Got it.
So first and foremost, you've got our Cavi track. This is used primarily with site-built frames, things like that. It's a top-mount track that allows you to get the better carriages, the million cycle tests, the better operation, smoother operation in a site-built frame. We've got that available in a double and triple as well, in either the exposed aluminum or the single track has the black anodized available. Double and triple here, we can do 1 3/4 or 1 3/8 doors, bypass, telescoping systems, things of that nature. That actually shows you your radius on the track too. You can see it on this. Full height ceiling mount track. Full height floor to ceiling doors, drywall tucks up under, gives you a nice flush finish.
Got it.
Available in a double and triple as well. We've got a HD track that can hold 1,100 pounds. So all of this stuff has a 500-pound max, with our standard carriages are 350 with soft close. But we can step up to the HD track that can hold 1,100 pounds.
So that way your kids can hang on it, because my kids are always hanging on my doors in my kitchen, ripping them off the hinges. They can slide back and forth like little monkeys now, right?
Yep. So I'll tell you a little story. Before I started with Cavity, I had 2 pocket doors in my house. It was built in 1978 over in Florida. At the time, I had a 2-year-old. This was about 7 years ago. And I ripped those pocket doors out when we remodeled because he kept slamming his fingers in it. Well, now I'm with Cavity, and I wish I still had those doors because they have soft close mechanisms, things like that, that would allow it to do it. I'm up to 4 kids now, and I wouldn't have to worry about it still with the Cavity sliders brand.
Well, sounds like you need to sell some more of these, to add a couple, and then you can do the addition. You can have the pocket doors going from the main house to the addition.
Absolutely.
For the next ones.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. I appreciate the time.
And one more thing, actually. So we've got a full line of handles. This is our CL400 handle. It is kind of our bread and butter, the one that we're proud of. We've got some smaller handles, things like that are also great, but this is the one that we use the most. This is going to have a rare earth magnet in the strike.
Oh, wow.
You're going to have a plunger in the handle that's going to come out as it approaches that closing jam, and it's going to pull nice and tight together.
Oh, wow.
And this is something you can feel that door pull that last ½ inch or so with that magnet that pulls out. And then you've got your snib, which is a New Zealand term. That's how we hand our handles, which is the locking mechanism.
So I think this product's from New Zealand?
So we are a New Zealand born company. We have been doing it over there for 38 years. This product was born from a builder that got tired of using wooden pocket frames. So he went to the hardware store, bought some rectangular aluminum extrusions and made a frame.
That's awesome.
Started getting questions, took it to a trade show, got an order for 300 and filled it out of their garage. Cavity Sliders was born.
There you go.
So we've been in the U.S. for about 12 years now. We do have different products in the U.S. than they have over there due to building codes and things like that. So this is a different version of the frame than they have in New Zealand.
It's better?
For what we're doing, absolutely.
Okay, all right. That's what I want to hear.
And then last but not least, and I don't know if you guys want to move, it's usually pretty crowded, but we do have an automated unit as well.
Oh, wow.
So we've got a residential and a commercial automated unit that goes from very simple plug and play to the commercial unit that's fully programmable, opening, closing speeds, hold open, hold close, whatever you need.
Oh, nice.
Fire alarm security system it can wire into. So you can really do anything you want.
I want to go back to that hardware for a second.
Yep.
Because that's one of my pet peeves is like, first of all, they don't leave enough room in here for my outlets and switches and whatnot.
Yep.
But when it comes to the hardware, it's like, spec something, and I get like the cute little pull that you can like cut onto the door.
Yep.
That's not going to cut it in like a multi-million-dollar house.
Yep.
So what are the different finishes that this comes in?
So this comes in a range of finishes. We've got a brass, we've got a bronze, we've got a matte black, we've got the satin nickel, and a satin chrome as well.
Got it.
So we've got a number of them. Hoping to have a satin brass within the next year or so.
Okay.
I know that's the big one that everybody's asking.
Yeah, I know.
for.
Well, I mean, and as soon as you come out with it, like they're going to go on to another color. So
That's the way it typically works.
So, well, cool. All right, let's take a look at this other product over here.
Absolutely. So,
all right, we've taken a look at all the manual doors. Now, Ollie is going to talk to us about the automated door. So, an automated pocket door. How does this work?
Pocket door. So this is our ResiV. What this is it's an automated door that fits inside your framing of your wall. So the main attribute is that with the ResiV, you don't need to have motors stored elsewhere. You can have it all inside the track here. So everything from the motor to the controller is all manufactured by Cavity Sliders. We also do the pocket frame to specification. These are all made to order, so you guys send us your specs, send us your weird and wonderful dreams, your requests, and then we turn it into a reality by customizing anything
That's
from start to
amazing.
finish.
So it looks like you'll have to like leave a few more inches on the top, and that's
Yeah,
it.
just a few more inches. I think it's 4 inches in total, and that's it. So door height plus 4 inches.
Now this is the unfinished side because we're trying to see like what's behind it. You also have a finished side as well.
We do have a finished side. So on the other side.
So like, let's take a look at the other side.
So we've got safety beams that are integrated into the frame here. So if I block that, the door's going to open. They're at 1 and 3 foot. So I say small kid, a dog, that prevents that. The other thing is we can adjust door speed. So everything from the acceleration to deacceleration to door pressure. So that door is registering that something's there and it's going to understand that something's now blocked it. So the key thing as well is you don't want the door ramming into it consistently. So what the door's going to do is going to slow down and check that obstacle's now left, and then it's going to close and run normally. So we've also shown what our lock function looks like, so bathroom features and stuff like that. So if I flick the switch down, I'm just going to lock the door. That means I've disengaged this outside hand wave sensor. So if I've got a bathroom, I'm not going to be able to get in there. I'm not going to be able to wrestle that door open, or I can wrestle that door open. So I need to put the other lock on.
So you can use, so instead of actually having the hardware in here, that's where you lock the door if you're inside the bathroom.
Yeah.
And obviously you're not going to lock it outside the bathroom because you don't lock it in the bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
So
pretty impressive. So is this available on the market now?
Yes, it is available on the market. All made to order. So you just come through Cavity Sliders.
Got it.
Reach out, ask about the auto cav, and you're good to go.
Hey, what about the different colors? I see this comes in like the black.
So
is it?
We typically don't do the doors. This is manufactured in New Zealand.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But we can cater to these requests as well.
Got it.
Mainly just because of the glass framing. But these are, the thing about New Zealand, we're manufacturing in New Zealand. We're heavy manufacturing in New Zealand. So CNC machines. We've also got our own paint shop. So there's not really too many limitations around what color you want in your finished detail. So, but at the moment, I think the common trend is that matte black finish. Or
it looks nice.
And it looks fantastic on those white walls.
Now, can you do this like where it's only a human hand, or could like your dogs get in there and like do that as well?
The dogs could probably use it as well.
Probably.
I'm sure you could put a hammer switch down here that your dog could go up and open.
This would be a really cool doggy door.
Okay, it would be a really cool doggy door.
Right into the house. So.
Yeah, so a small little pocket-sized one that's on the bottom of the door, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for explaining this.
Yeah, nice. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day.